Hey folks, Quillian here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Sid Meier's Civilization 4. We are playing as the Dutch, and we are trying to push towards a scientific victory, hopefully without having to go and do a big military push, because we probably could if we turn all our attention there. But the hope is that that's not going to be necessary. All right, the Hague's got its bank. We should probably get the industrial park. It is supposed to be a big industrial site. It's actually fallen behind a little bit through some of the other locations, but it's still responsible for producing our strongest military unit, should it come to that. And otherwise, we are turning a lot of our cities over to research production. We got a bunker on the front line here. You've got some health and happiness problems. Let's build a public transport. And I'm also going to queue up the Colosseum. So 20% culture rate is actually kind of the strongest way to get the extra happiness because of the Colosseum. The theater gives you a happy face for every 10%. And are you just scouting me? Huh.
Never trust a computer you can't throw out a window.
So, we would like to build the internet. Let's get the Security Bureau there. Research. You could use the health. Research. Go here, find our highest production city, which, actually is the Hague. All right, good. And that's without the industrial mill yet. Okay, good. So after you do that, I'm going to get you to start on the internet. We've got copper for double speed. The industrial park will also translate to more production. I'm going to make sure you're specifically production focused. I'm going to hurry this, which is finishing in one turn anyway, but this will help with just carrying over some production to the next turn and just ensure the internet gets built a little bit faster. Because what I want to do is I want to beeline. I want to focus on my tech. No, I'm not going to cancel trade routes with anyone. I would love to backfill things with just the internet, picking things up for free. Temple. This. Health. Yeah, you need lots of stuff. Security. Bomb. Oh man, you don't. Hold on. Let me control click the forge for production. Oh yeah, this Matrix has spent a lot of the game with fairly bad production, so it makes sense that they're kind of behind on things. Might be a good one for spending some money on. Okay, peace deal with Vikings went away. I don't think they'll be attacking me again. I think they learned their lesson after we just absolutely shattered them when they showed up with their entire navy, and we just basically hit delete. Colosseum. You know what? You need the aqueduct for the health. So we'll do that. Superconductors kicking in. This lets us build labs. Actually, I think we just fell shy. I thought it was supposed to kick in already. Okay, that's fine. I think our money rate went down a little.
What
we did run out
is
of money.
happiness? The feeling that power is growing and that resistance is overcome.
So what I want to do is I want to keep going deep in the tech tree here. And again, I'm hoping to backfill it with the internet. We don't even need a broadcast. Oh, no, we do need broadcast towers. Let me go mass media now, because we didn't get the Eiffel Tower. So that hurts. It is a dead-end tech. But I think the broadcast tower, I don't know, maybe we can live without it. It is a good way to get a little extra happiness. Now, you know what? I'm going to ignore you. Let's go for robotics for the space elevator. And that is going to require... Actually, we can direct research it. Lovely. Now, everywhere that's currently producing research, I'm going to control-click the lab. So you'll build the lab, and then you'll go back to researching. Wow. Zhao just lost 2 more cities in the same turn. Yeah, Portugal is being spanked. Yes, to the lab. Please stop poisoning my things, man. Let's go another lab. I don't need to trade maps or anything. Everything's feeling pretty comfortable. So the ideal would be... Oh, look at that. 3 turns to the internet. That's crazy. The ideal would be to build the robotics over in the space elevator in The Hague. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's far enough, or close enough to the equator to pull it off. You know what? Sure, fine. Otherwise, people are going to keep annoying me about it.
Victorious warriors.
Who knows? Maybe we want to build a defensive pact with someone. No one likes me enough, so I don't think it's going to matter.
First, and then seek to win.
All right, come on, internet. No one beat me to it, please. Okay. Yeah, sure. No, open borders is great, buddy.
The real problem is not whether machines think.
So 30
but whether
degrees.
men do.
Oh, we also need satellites, which I don't think we've got yet. Which I suspect is the rocketry route. So let's go ahead. Rocketry to this. We're gonna get a bunch of techs right now.
Will more
Prepare
easily
for the
fall
noise.
victim to a
Yep.
big
When I give
lie
food to the
than to a
Nope.
small one, they call me a saint.
Yep.
When
As
I
to
ask
diseases,
why
Nope.
the poor have
Make
no
a habit of
food,
Yep.
they call me a
I
criminal.
must
Yep.
study
Or at
politics
least
and
So loud. Sorry for the noise and the overlapping voices. Oh, these hospitals are actually quite good.
Artillery adds dignity to what would otherwise be a vulgar brawl.
Let's see. All these places. Let's go. I'm going to control click the intelligence agency so it goes above the research. Then I'm going to control click the supermarket and the hospital in no particular order. Actually, if any of these places are missing a coliseum, I'm going to control click that as well, which is only a couple places. Okay. Oh, Ragnar just did a big policy change. You need things like the hospital, for example. And a supermarket for some health. Thank you for all those hospitals kicking in.
The
Hello,
Earth
rocketry.
is the cradle of
So
the
there's the
mind.
Apollo program. So someone has... Oh, annoyingly, only one person had a rocketry. Byzantine Empire, because they've built the Apollo program. It would have been great if two of them had it, because then that would have been a nice catch-up. You still need some extra health. At least that is helping. We could also switch over to environmentalism at this point, which certainly isn't bad, but I'm not going to worry about it. If someone builds the UN, they might push the policy to change it, in which case, sure, fine, we'll do that. You still need some more health. Let's do that. Missile cruisers are pretty good, but I'm not terribly interested in working our way here. I think more intelligence agencies actually will be good. I could build the Apollo program here just to start it somewhere. It's not, I don't consider it to be very time sensitive, but no, let's get all these intelligence agencies because we keep being spied against, and it would be nice if we didn't have to worry quite as much. I could counter spy. Hang on, maybe, you know what? Maybe we should do.
Wat is het plan?
Let me grab. I'm sorry, do you not have a spy? Oh, you do. I'm going to go and I'm going to control click another spy here. I'm going to take the existing spy and just go over here and we'll do a counter spy. I'll wait for... I got to wait one turn anyway because you can't spy on the turn you moved. Because I'm assuming most of it comes from these guys. Maybe that's not the case. I don't need the Hindu Mandir. We could build more military units. And I mean, clearly some people still are, although mostly they're probably just spending on things. Let's go ahead and build the Apollo program here. You know what? I will build the industrial park, and then we'll build some health boosters to counter. That's on you, spy, so I'm just going to park you in place defensively. And counter spying, I'm going to go immediately. It's not that expensive. We're just going to get that set up. You were thwarted by their own counter spying. Okay, well, that's somewhat annoying. Huh? Who? How? Where the hell did you come from? Did someone split someone off? How is there France? So light purple is Viking. The blue's Khmer. Dark purple is Byzantine, sure. Portuguese. I'm sorry, where's French? Where's France? I don't even know what causes something like that to happen. I am ultra confused, but okay, sure. France. I was gonna say, let's trade maps. You don't have any resources. Okay, you're a vassal of the Khmer. What? Is that something you can just create? Yes, it is. That's right. I think that's with the Civ 4 expansion. There was something to do that with. I don't think there's much... Doesn't feel like there's much point to do it, but that's what happened. The Khmer went and spawned off a secondary empire. So the Red Cross ideally would be built in The Hague because this would give a free medic promotion to all units built there, but I think it's full. This could be built anywhere. It's not terribly important. Although if we go to war, getting less war awareness might be good. So let's do it.
Beep.
So, hold on. France
Beep.
must be up here.
Beep. Beep.
At this point, I think all I'm going to do is select everything that leads to a spaceship victory. Okay, and anything that might be missing, we're just going to backfill with the internet, hopefully. I mean, this is Khmer, but it's still Khmer. Like, what part of their territory did they split off to become French? I don't know. All right, there's Louis' policy changes. And you need a little bit of health. Actually, let me do a little bit of queuing here so you don't bug me for a little bit. You can automate your cities. If you're tired of managing it, you can just automate the production, which we might in the very end game. But yeah, Apollo program, can you build, and this is very important, the space elevator. Okay, we need to build that first because that's a world wonder, which is competition. We're going to build it here. There's no reason to reach the Apollo, rush the Apollo thing. As soon as it's done, we'll just start queuing up mass science projects everywhere. Justinian's built the cockpit. But again, likely we can just beeline for the victory on it anyway. It'd be nice if we had more aluminum. No, I'm getting confused between different things. Like, I could just gift you something so you don't start a war, but honestly, screw you. I'm going to vote for myself for the UN. I'm going to vote for myself for the Apostolic Palace. Or just finished the Apollo program. I mean, I haven't even,
The whole
so...
is greater than the sum of its parts. Once you have tasted
We got
flight,
flight
you will walk
for
the
free,
earth
I think,
with your
there?
eyes turned skyward.
No, one of those two for free. I think it was
There
flight
you
for
have
free.
been, and there you will long to return.
Mining Inc. has been made. We're not too concerned about the corporations. Now, the places that are just doing research, is there any chance we've unlocked something that we'd like to build? We could get a bunch of airports going. But I suspect the answer is probably no. Yeah, just keep powering through the research boost. Thank you very much. Oh, actually, we can do some deficit spending for a bit. Mount Rushmore. Yeah, you're fine on all these, so just research. You don't need the health yet. Let's do this. We'll run negative money for a little. That's okay. And I mean, there's tech overflow, so I'm not too worried about optimizing. Nope. Nope, no techs for everyone. Open borders is fine. The Khmer have boosted their strength.
We do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children.
Okay, I could do this. This is, right now, this is less than a turn worth of science. We could also go... No, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to save you, and we're going to try to, hopefully, Golden Age. I suppose if I'm worried about our military situation, I could save up some money and promote some units again. But no, keep focus firing on just the research. And yeah, hopefully we get the space elevator, which will give us a boost towards producing all of our spaceship parts. Yeah, I can force immense. It doesn't matter. We're already running it, so it makes no difference to us. It might annoy other people. So yeah, 50% spaceship production in all cities. There we go. Done. And yeah, we're just going to build them hugely in parallel.
There is a single light of science, and to brighten it anywhere is to brighten it everywhere.
Oh, Okay, one city just achieved legendary culture. Watch us lose. And I've done this before because I didn't notice. Hold on. Build that. Okay, no. Everyone else is super far away. Okay. All of a sudden I was like, hold on. What if we lost a cultural victory? Because it's easy to not notice that it's happening. But no, we're okay. All right, 2 turns away from this. So someone is spreading Creative Commons like creative construction like crazy. What are we looking for? Creative constructions. So they are, by spreading it to us, they're making a bunch of money because they own the HQ. But it is going to be boosting some of our resources, some of our production where they spread it. So, you know, it's not the end of the world. More thrusters. Again, I'm going to say that's okay. Okay, Apollo program, go.
If the radiance of 1,000 suns were to burst at once into the sky, that would be like the splendor of the Mighty One. I am become death, the shatterer of worlds.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to click just intelligence agency here. But then I'm going to go into F1 mode. I'm going to sort by production. Click on the Hague. Of all the spaceship bits, which one of these is the most expensive? 1,200, 2,000. So you're going to do the docking bay because it's the most expensive. And I hate that then it resorts things, but... and then we had 1,200s. Yeah. So we have 5 casings. So what I'm going to do is click there. And then we've got these 3. You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to control click these thrusters. Okay. Now, that's not the entire spaceship. We've got some other things to do. But we're going to do, like, literally our entire civilization is busy building this spaceship. Yeah, we already ran universal suffrage, so we'll say yes. People are still spreading religions, which is interesting. It failed. That's fine. I don't really care. Really? The Vikings are declaring war on me again? This is not a distraction I care for. Although they're attacking from a different angle, which is more than a little annoying. Because my ships are nowhere nearby. So they are going to manage to land their bullshit. And in fact, they've already landed some cavalry. Now, you know, that's arguably kind of obsolete. Park yourself in the city. Try to do this, hopefully, without having to build any military. You know? Here, this catapult. I'm just going to go and YOLO against these guys. Maybe scratch the paint on a few different things. We're going to go with the withdrawal chance. So that way, if we happen to lose combat, there's still a chance that we will retreat and survive. And it's a good way to initiate things. Then we're going to go to our Marines. And we're just going to go... Yeah, we're going to go first strike. Like, max first strike. And... Boop, 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 boop. Oh, we lost a unit. And then... It'd be great to have promoted these guys first. There you go. We actually couldn't kill every single one. Which is more than a little annoying. 2% on the tank, 72% because they can attack again. Okay, you're weak enough that it's really not going to be very good. Let me kill my research rate for a tick so we can do some promotions and upgrades. There you go. These Marines. Oh, you have a great general. Cool. All right, tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to move to here. Then these Marines, I'm going to move to here. We'll split the XP between them and stuff. That's fine. You'll go ahead and lead one of these Marine groups. And these guys are going to get... you know what? Go ahead and take the special promotion. And the withdrawal chance. You're less likely to die. And then just a bunch of first strike stuff. Get yourself in the city. And then attack these guys. Okay. I mean, I know Ragnar is, like, obviously pro-war, but it still seems rather insane. Oh, I had an exploratory caravel that just got blasted. Okay. Are these... That's Pakal. I don't think you have any landed units anymore. So we're just going to be annoyed by you tearing apart some of our improvements, I think. We'll upgrade those guys. We might have to manually wake these guys up if we want to attack again, but I'm just going to go ahead and rest until healed on these things. But yeah, we're just going to go and smack them hard. Oh, there's still a ship here. Oh, right. You weren't part of the selection before. Although maybe I want to keep some units here. Ragnar, you're a fool. All right, so let's add the casing for the spaceship. Do I want to build some more ships? I really don't want to, actually. You're just going to go and build a casing. Let me give you first strike promotion and then some heal. Where's the... Actually, split. Attack at 100%. Attack at 100%. And annoyingly, you can't quite reach. Go there. You know what? Maybe I will leave you off the coast. Maybe back where you were. We'll have maybe 2 fleets. Okay. Do I really want to do more upgrades? You know what? No. Just go back to full science here.
Any
They did have one destroyer that maybe we're a little bit lucky that they
indistinguishable
didn't blow us
from
up.
magic.
We knew fun airport things, but no. Let's just... You have decent production. This is going to take a while to build. Let's start the engine, or one of the engines. You have excellent production, so you're going to build another. We want maximum speed on our ship here. And start on life support. Okay. So these are my destroyers. The battleships are better at attacking. Can they reach? They can. They could also missile cruiser. But you know what? I'll take the runaway in case we get blasted. Good. Okay. Well, Ragnar, I think that's your entire, efforts here. So, we'll just move you into the city. You know what? Just heal. I'm not even going to bother upgrading you. Stay where you are and heal. And these guys here. Stay where you are and heal, and then we'll give you some new orders, and then you're just going to go into sentry mode. Fortify up. Next turn. Casing go. And you've got no more space projects to build currently. So go to research and do that. Sure, free speech. We're already running it. I invite other people to try to defy it if they want. That's fine. Okay, so these are all... Okay, these are all battleships. So I'm going to move you here. And this stack of destroyers, I'm going to move back over here in case they decide to attack on this side again. And I'm just going to heal that destroyer, or that battleship. And then this destroyer, same thing. I'm going to move you over here. And I'll park you off the coast there. Good. All right. Well, that's good. So we need genetics, I think, for the life support module. More thrusters are still being made. And just go into sentry mode. So let's take a look at the victory setup over here. Yeah, so the second best is Surya here, who has built 1 life support and 5 thrusters, but not even casings or anything like that. Everything's being built. We're just wasting... Oh, it's a stasis chamber we get with genetics. And then we'll just build it in our city with the highest possible production. And yeah, we're going to crush this. Boop. And so battleship, you're going to join the other battleships, my friend. With the sentry mode. All these guys just centrify. Justinian did just build the stasis chamber. That's interesting. It's the one thing I don't have.
Soon it will be a sin for parents to have a child which carries the heavy burden of genetic disease.
Okay. We can just do some future tech. And then hope the rest backfills. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Here, tell you what. We'll just go and click on all the things like that. Queue everything up to finish. So, what I want to do is sort by production. So you're still working on the engine. The casing would come next. So I'm not going to start the stasis protocol or project or component anywhere else. Yeah, it'll probably just happen in Mutal. So in Mutal, it would take 9 turns. In The Hague, it would take 6 turns. But then you need 3 turns to build this, so... Actually, it would be slightly faster here, because that just comes out to a total of 9. This comes out to a total of 10. Okay. Crazy. I don't know why that's working out quite like that, but sure. Oh, Ragnar will sign a peace treaty. I bet he will. Thruster go. Casing go. Yeah, I can build these execs, but we're not gonna. Here, let's start on the Manhattan Project. Just for funsies. I think the game will be over because before we can actually do anything with it. Research. Hey, Ragnar, how's it going, man? Yep, sounds good. So, we really actually don't need to power through this research anymore. Here's what I'm going to do. In each one of these places, I'm going to queue up a single unit. 1 mechanized infantry, just to boost our military strength, and then we'll evaluate what we want them to build. And if there's nothing good for them to build, they might just go into, like, making money. Lots of peace all over the world. More poisoning, which is rude. Actually, I could build a bunch of planes.
Being talked about is not being talked about.
I could build airports everywhere and then build a bunch of planes. I mean, we don't really need the airports, but it can just be entertaining, right? Okay, add that. Part of me wonders maybe I should have beelined the stasis chamber first as a more expensive piece, like beeline the expensive pieces first and get them started. I don't know. You do have some unhappiness. Here, we'll build some broadcast towers. Build that. Do this. You do get the trade routes and things. It's, you know, it's kind of nifty. Broadcast tower. Broadcast tower. Give the French city to... Yes, let's do that. Let's give some stuff to Portugal. I mean, it might not go, but that's what we're going to vote for. What was it? I was just about to be like, oh, I'll do... Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to shift-click airport everywhere, because why not? And otherwise, just fortify the units just to inflate our stats. We might well build the SDI everywhere in case someone else decides to nuke me. It'd be rude. Oh, I didn't check... what's our uranium situation? We've got some over there, and it's got a fort on it, so we do have access to uranium. I think that's the only one in my borders. Yeah, there's another one up north here, but it's not in my borders. It's 29% Dutch. Yeah, we aren't really pushing it over the edge, but that's okay. Fortify, fortify. Great. More thrusters. Let's take a look. Yeah, we're not worried about the legendary status. Justinian certainly is producing some spaceship stuff. But we're going to beat him to it. It is scary. It definitely is scary. Did we never... I guess because it's out of our radius? Where can I find a You could still build it, because it does open up some trade. You don't need it. Huh? Oh, there, it's a workboat. I'm forgetting what game I'm playing. Not done with a worker. Done with a workboat. Hell, I might want to build an extra couple of workboats. We got a second great profit, which is annoying because it doesn't let me golden age. I'm not going to bother deploying you anywhere. Although I guess I could have stuck you in the Hague to build more military, build the thing a little faster, but it's only 2 turns away anyway. But yeah, I should actually... Oh, Dutch revolt took place in Uxmal. So that's against Pakal, which doesn't actually help us too much. But that was interesting. I could have sent an offensive spy. Here, let me build an extra spy. To help flip that. So it's only in temporary rebellion right now, but we could encourage the rebellion some more. Another thruster built there, but I don't think we're really in
Nothing travels
place.
faster than the speed of light, with the possible exception of bad news, which obeys its own special laws.
There you go. We've got everything. You can launch. You can do with fewer engines. I think that's the only thing. You can launch a little sooner, but it takes longer. So we're just going to launch 12 turns. Get a fun little animation. Now we have to survive for 12 turns, which mostly means I guess we could just go and build infinite military. Let's go and build a couple of fighters and a couple of bombers. Airport, cool. Let's do the same thing. A couple of fighters, a couple of bombers. I didn't take the click. There you go. Another one, not in the right order. That's fine. We can also just build a bunch of mobile SAMs. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? I'm gonna build one more spy. Oh, I built an extra spy there? Or did we get booped out of something? No, I just confused. The spy was selected there. All right, so we're just going to wait here. Another barbarian. Wait, another barbarian city? How is there still barbarian stuff? 1, 2. Now, I don't feel like we're going to need more bomber or more fighters in this. So probably I'll just end up building a bunch of defensive fighters. Even then, just a pair in places is going to be fine. Yeah, I can propose UN resolutions. I don't think we're going to win a victory of this type. Unhappiness, no. What we're going to want is something that's not available yet. And these planes want to just be on... Yeah, intercept mode. This city, we might be able to even culture flip more than one. I mean, we're just kind of goofing around now because we're waiting for our spaceship to get to Alpha Centauri. Mine's like me. I don't know if they'll like me too much if I start flipping things. No, I mean, canceling deals with the Byzantines actually does make a certain amount of sense. I mean, that unhealthiness change doesn't actually matter. You actually have some unhealthiness, so... Here. Build the supermarket. And intercept mode. It's I for intercept mode. Yeah, okay. And you. And you. And so you're back. Support City Revolt. Actually, what we want... is spread culture. Is what we want. More than, I think, the revolt in this case? I'm actually not sure. Maybe the revolt also works for the southern city there.
I have slipped the surly bonds of earth, put out my hand, and touched the face of God.
Yeah, we're just going to go to, like... Do we full-time culture for these cities? Sure. Jet fighter. Oh, yeah, you got a free upgrade. That's nice. And yeah, we do have extra spies here. Am I being... Oh, they might be getting booped out somewhere. I could spread culture here. I don't think that's going to do much, but... the bombers, tell you what, we'll just stick you in this one city here. Focus our bombers. I think there's a max capacity for the ships. I'm not entirely sure. Or ships, the planes. Yeah, I'm fine with open borders. They want to ask that. That's okay. Hey, what? We'll do this. We'll do that. We'll do a bunker. And what I'll do in every single one of my cities, I will ask them to build. Oh, is SCI a national wonder? It might be. Let's say a bomb shelter everywhere. You know, just in case. So we'll just sleep the bombers. Sleep the bombers. Yeah, I think we're at our capacity there. You just go to intercept mode. Spy's going to chillax here. Chillax there. I've completed the Manhattan Project. Go me. Okay, it's team project. It's not city specific. Hey, what? I'm going to put it at the top of the queue. 8 turns to victory. Justinian just completed that casing. Let's take a look at the victory screen. Grind, 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 grind. But yeah, that's usually the way I approach the space project. And that's actually applies to, I think, like Civ 5 too. It's like, I'm going to do things massively in parallel, rather than just like, well, the second I can do it, I'll do it. Like, who cares about that? Yeah, he still doesn't have the life support module. And he doesn't have very many casings. Is it 1 + 0? Did I not get the second engine on there? Well, I don't know. I'll just sleep you. Oh, declared war on Ragnar. Well, all right. What was I looking for here? Okay, yeah, you don't have any discounts or anything yet. All right, go nuts with the warfare. Keep yourselves busy. Try to get the cost discounts, and let's fortify this, and yeah, just fortify. Yeah, we can just skip to the end of the turn now for everything. Really don't think we have anything to worry about. It'll be nice to finish the tech queue, just for funsies. Broadcast tower still fine. Sure, you know what? We'll just whatever they. Yeah, +1 trade routes anywhere seems great. Spacebar, fortify. Actually, intercept mode. Spacebar. 5 more turns. Bargra has been captured to Viking Empire. All right. You know what? Let's just go for culture. Culture. Yeah. And what I'm going to do is sort everything. I'm just going to shift-click on culture. So as soon as you're done building whatever, just start on an infinite culture queue. Just so that you don't bug me anymore. And over here, yeah, we'll do some more culture spread. Customs house was destroyed by infiltrators. See, just rude. Just rude. I'm going to anti-spy some more. I think Byzantine just went crazy with the espionage.
Unseen yet present, I was the forceful soul that moved this mighty body.
Extra defense. Okay, well, they built another casing. Good for them. I think they're still missing their life support. And we're going to win in 2 turns now. The French are a threat to us all? Disagree. They're fine. Justinian completed SCI, so we won't be able to nuke them. That's okay. We're not actually planning on doing that. Sure. You can have a cow. Man. Hey, stealth bomber. Okay. 1 turn to victory. Huzzah! I don't think anyone else launched. No one is close to winning a culture victory. Everyone wants me to declare war on a turn where I've already won. Oh, yes, there we go. We flicked Uxmal, and we've done that. So, we started here. No, sorry, my bad. We started here. Yeah, that's Pakal, so we eventually went and took that. But that's us, starting this little corner, just tucked away. And yeah, annoyingly, they did go and forward settle in my direction immediately. Like, they didn't backfill, they did that. I don't think the AI in Civ 4 is programmed to forward settle. It just, happens that way. We did get the Oracle, which I think was really nice and useful. It's great to have these playbacks. Man, oh man, these playbacks are excellent. There we go. That was our war against Pakal, which was definitely required. He had such a huge lead. Probably would have won if we didn't do anything. And we did need more territory. That there was no doubt about it. And then, yeah, we went and just ate a little extra territory at the end for funsies. But, Justinian didn't have very much territory, but they were, like, crushing it. Did they ever go... Was there ever an actual war with Justinian with anyone? As I say, where's the war declared graph? But that is Civ 5, I think I'm thinking of, with the war declared graph. So score, let's see. Okay, so we're orange. Gross natural product, gold. So this is our commerce rating, which is both money and also science. And you can see, like, this is the Khmer over here. I guess France, I guess it comes in on the same color. Well, very close. It was a little hard for me to spot, that's why. Yeah, I mean, our tech rate, this is probably our war against the Mayans right here. Maya is this blue line. We don't actually see them move very much. Oh, no, right here. This is our war. The Mayans dip. I go up a little and then steadily build, but then I think there was just a big tech switch, right? We were like setting up our cottage industry a little bit, and then I think we ran some policies or unlocked a big tech, which gave us a big boost here, which was required. But so this whole time here, this is both the Byzantines and Khmer. They were both generating more commerce, which means more science. And as a result, right, they were ahead on technologies. So even though I was producing more than them, although Byzantine's still producing more than me over here, I hadn't realized. In fact, we never actually exceeded their science rate. That's nuts. Production tends to win games a lot. Although again, the Byzantines actually shot up here and did a pretty good job. This, I suspect, is probably a golden age. I bet you this is a 10-turn period of golden age. And I feel like I remember seeing the Byzantines getting one at about the same time. This is probably another one here. This is maybe our early one, right? When we did this little switch, and then we did a big civic switch over here. This civic switch also coincides, I think, this is probably the golden age, right? Probably doubling our output during the golden age. And then this is probably the end of the golden age right here. But during that golden age, because we did the civic switch and because of what we built, we basically didn't dip out the same way. Manufacturing, yeah, because it's not linked the same way, although we did peel up pretty quickly there too. This, I wonder if this is our dike production. That's entirely possible. I don't think it was here. It's probably here, but I don't know. And food, we got a lot. I mean, we had a good number of cities and they were growing. The question is, were we using that food effectively? I mean, apparently effectively enough. And then power-wise, this is our big power up on units. Right? We were kind of cruising. And right around here, I was starting to feel kind of uncomfortable next to the strength of my neighbors, right? So that's Ragnar, this is the Byzantines, and that's Khmer. And yeah, I was like, okay, hold on, I got to do something about it. Boom, 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 boom. I think this may have been us upgrading our units. I'm not sure. We did build a lot in parallel. Like this, maybe this was when we were building like 3, or we're going up to 6 machine guns everywhere, or at least 6 units everywhere. That was probably that period. Culture-wise, I mean, we weren't looking specifically for a culture victory. But yeah, the Khmer were doing great in Byzantine. It's interesting, like the people who were doing really good were on our continent, which is actually, in a way, probably ideal. Because if someone on the other continent, and Ragnar was doing apparently better in a lot of these, but not that great. If someone on the other continent goes crazy and starts snowballing by killing all the weak ones, and we're far away, it can be really hard to come back from that. Here we are in direct opposition to the 2 strongest ones, which does generally prove to be somewhat useful. I don't know what's happening here. Oh, this is France spawning in. Yeah. Okay, no, the espionage graph was nuts on my 2 neighbors. Maybe the AI generally tends to spend more of its commerce on espionage. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Demographics at the end of the game. So this is me versus the rival best. So gross national product. So we were making more commerce at the end of the game. Yeah, we were number 1. We were number 1 in production by quite a bit. Number 1 in food. Okay, best rival wasn't too bad. And then soldiers, yeah, we were only third overall at the end because we did let it dip down again, but that's okay. That was fine. We had enough to be able to defend. I was pretty confident about it. Lots of people. Our people were generally happy. Not the happiest, actually. We're only sixth happiest overall. But at the end of the game, we weren't spending on culture, right? If we had just gone and booped this up a bunch at the end of the game, it would have just shot up. Because I don't think this is average over the course of the game. I think this is just there. This is health, which was not that high, apparently. But yeah, we did have a lot of unhealthy cities. Didn't help that everyone kept trying to poison us. That's not great. So the Khmer City here, this is the one that got the legendary culture. They did have a lot of wonders, and they did annoyingly beat us to the Statue of Liberty, which would have been huge for us. Very disappointing to lose out on that. Really very disappointing. But we did have 3 of the top 5 cities, although this one we didn't actually build ourselves. And then all the world wonders. So the owners, but that wasn't necessarily the builders, right? We ended up with all the ones in Mutal, but we didn't actually build them. Still, doesn't matter. We won. That's all that makes the difference. And there we go. We got our Augustus Caesar score for top score here. And there we are. We're going to wrap this up. Folks, thanks a lot for watching another Civ 4 Let's Play. I don't know how many of you guys did. Again, I recorded all these in a single day, single sitting. And man, did I have fun doing it. I don't think it's just nostalgia. I think this game is just a really good fit for me personally. You know, there's the right abilities. You can micromanage and optimize a lot of things, but when you reach a point where you're like, you know what, I don't want to bother with X, Y, and Z, you can automate it in a way that's not kind of punishing. So you can just kind of go with the flow, which I like. This wasn't our highest scoring of the games that I have on, this computer. These things get wiped constantly here. Oh, yes, I've only won the game 3 times. All of them on Space Victory, which, okay, I really should mix it up the next time I play Civ 4. I was gonna say, I should try to do a cultural victory. Cultural victory is tricksy. You really have to plan for it from the start, and you have to have certain things go very, very well. But we should try it next time. Probably I'm not going to increase the difficulty if I'm going to try cultural victory, but we'll give it a go. I think I've said that before, like, I'll try cultural victory next time. But then, to be fair, it's been, months and months in between sessions, and then I'm like, no, I want to do science because I like science. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.